Dear friends, good morning on Monday the 14th of September. Some verses from Psalm 144. Praise be to the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. He is my loving God and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues peoples under me. Some people feel that this sort of militaristic language in some of the Psalms is rather hard to cope with. How are we to understand it when the church is not meant to be fighting wars or to be subduing other nations? Well, the answer lies in Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. Our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. In other words, we are involved in an unseen spiritual war. But just because it's not a physical battle, we shouldn't be lulled into a false sense of security. Behind our struggles to live a holy life, to be faithful spouses, children, parents or grandparents, or to be clear witnesses to Christ, lie the powers of this dark world. And the deeper roots of COVID-19 or any other disease for that matter, of conflicts in various parts of the world, our struggle to negotiate a Brexit deal, or even our disagreement with the neighbours, lie the spiritual forces of evil that are constantly seeking to destroy and divide. But just look at the resources that believers have in the face of such terrifying enemies. The Lord our rock, utterly dependable, and as unchangeable as the mountains, who trains us for the spiritual battle. His constant love for us, proved by Jesus' death and resurrection, our ultimate protection. But look what else he provides for us. He is our fortress and our stronghold, the place to flee when we're in distress or facing temptation, in depression or in despair. He is our deliverer. That means that he will deliver us from our enemies and the difficulties that we face, sometimes wonderfully in this life, but ultimately in the next, when all of our enemies will be subdued under his feet. And he is our shield when we feel under particular attack. All he asks of us is that we take refuge in him, that we flee to him as a refuge, to remember his deliverance won for us by Jesus on the cross, and to put up the shield of faith to protect us. And what a promise! Our enemies will be subdued under us. So whatever enemies you are facing today, take refuge in him before you take any other action. What better reason than this to come to the Zoom prayer meeting tonight at 8 o'clock? See you there.